Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, Change Your Perspective but Keep Dreaming of Lake Como, organized by the Italian National Tourist Board of US and Canada. I want to welcome our friends from the US, of course, and Canada, but also we have a contingent from Mexico and even Puerto Rico. So I want to welcome everybody. This is really, really interesting, and this is really great. This is the second of the 4-part webinars on the beautiful Lake Como region. So thank you for the people that have been following us from the very first one. If this is the first one of your webinar, please, thank you very much. I hope you will enjoy. Before we start, I want to go through a few items so you will be able to be fully engaged with the webinar today. All your microphones and webcams will be turned off, and you will be able to submit questions to today's presenter during the course of the entire webinar by typing them into the question pane on the control panel on the upper right corner of your screen. At the end of the webinar, I'll be reading some of them to the presenter. The rest will be emailed to the organizers, and they will be addressed later by them by email. Finally, since we will be showing some videos, this is very important for you to be able to enjoy fully what we'll be showing. I need you to select on the top right corner, again on the same menu, the last icon, which is a full screen option in the viewing of the presentation that will allow, when the video comes up, you will see to pop up and cover the entire screen. Okay, now we have gone through all this technical stuff. Now it's time to actually start the presentation. So first and foremost, I want to welcome once again Monica Neroni, the representative from the Tourism Board of the Lake Como. And today we also have two great testimonials from the area. One is the owner of the rural resort Il Corazziere, Andrea Camesasca. And we also have a chef, as you can see from his attire, a chef and owner of Salice Blu of Bellagio, Chef Luigi Gandola. So hello. We are going to present today. Thank you, Luigi. We're going to present today. You will see, another chapter in the story of the Lake Como. From sort of, they will talk about the surrounding area on top of sort of course the culinary tradition. Of course, Luigi, it's a huge giveaway on that. So I'm not gonna keep on talking. I'm gonna leave the floor to Monica. Monica, please take it away and give us some more information on the beautiful Lake Como.
So thank you, Francesco, and thanks to all the friends of the Italian National Tourist Board. Here we are, webinar number 2, dedicated to Lake Como. So during the first appointment, we show you the beauty of the area, and we gave you a general overview about Lake Como and our fantastic destination. Today, we would like to focus more on another part, as you said, of this land. When you think about Lake Como, you normally imagine immediately the blue color of the water and the shore of the lake, the elegant villas. But today we would like to focus more on another color, which is the green of the mountains, of the hill, and of the plain, which are all around Lake Como area. Maybe we can have a map. So if Salvatore can pass us the map, we can point out more on our destination. Very, very good. Thank you very much. So if you look at the map, right in the middle of the lake, you have Bellagio. Bellagio is the pearl of Lake Como. One of the most famous places, is a must. When you come to Lake Como, you have to go to Bellagio. And Bellagio has a lot to offer. There is a beautiful lakeside, the village, but much more. There is a surrounding area which is really beautiful. Just few minutes outside the village, going south on the map, you have an area which is a mountain area with stunning views, and this is a paradise to walkers and bikers and cyclists. Then going south more, the mountains, they become hills, and then the hills become a plain, a very sweet green plain, which is called Brianza, that goes as far as Milano. And that is an area rich in history, tradition, good food, a different kind of offer. So the invitation that you received today said, change your perspective, but keep dreaming of Lake Como. So imagine another tourist offer that you are going to discover today with a video that you are going to see in a moment, but with our special guests, Andrea and Luigi. So let's watch the video and then we listen to our guest. Thank you. See you later in case you have some question for me.
Yes, thank you, Monica.
Can you feel the taste of challenge? The energy of water. The team spirit. The harmony of movement. The intensity of passion. The thrill of adrenaline. The force of the wind. The power of the mountains. The emotion of discovery. Can you feel?
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Thank you so very much, Monica. This was, I think, a great introduction to what you just mentioned to it, which of course is what I think it's what makes me curious, because I explained it the last time. I haven't really been that often there in the area, so it's very interesting to learn about it. So Luigi, Andrea, thank you very much. First and foremost, welcome again for being with us. And I'm gonna just break the ice immediately and just go straight to the point. So Monica has told us about the fact that Lake Como is probably so much more than what people already is associating with, which is already a lot. But we have an audience today mainly made by, of course, by travel agents and people that work in, of course, in tourism business that writes about it. And it's great to be able to explain to them what else this extraordinary area can offer, that so that when they go to their client or they write their stories, they can be sort of fully informed and create the best possible scenario of what really this amazing area has to offer. So I believe, Andrea, you want to break the ice. You're going to be the first one to talk. So I'm going to leave you the floor. Thank you very much, Andrea.
Hello, everybody. So it's a great pleasure being with you. Today, I would like to show you something from the outside, but it's raining a lot. So it's better stay inside in my hotel. So my name is Andrea. I'm coming from Lake Como. In the southern side of Lake Como, amongst Lecco, Como, and not far away from Milan. So this is another view, another type of think about your holiday on Lake Como. But Francesco, we got a beautiful video of my area. So if we are able to launch today and understand more
we'll talk later.
Without getting bored.
Perfect, awesome, sounds good.
Here we are, for a few hours, or for a few days. It doesn't really matter. We shape and dilate time. Time is a puppet whose strings are used to telling many stories. Our stories. Stories about us, who we are now, who we'd like to be, who we think we are. Events, places, smiles, games give you glimpses into a character you haven't played yet. They lie in wait for us. Characters in search of an author when we're looking for a new script. Just open one of the windows in our mind, asking ourselves how old we are today, jumping playfully from one life stage to the next, remembering some, imagining the others, because we carry these experiences with us, with our memories, our love stories, our dreams. Between us and all of this, there's no great distance. All it takes is to go out, look, and realize that it is easier than expected to understand who we are and where we are.
Perfect. 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 Wow, so many questions. I'm going to leave you the floor because I'm sure most of the people are watching it are taken aback because, again, once again, these are really the ones sort of scenario that I'm sure, and I don't want to, spoke out of terms, but I think most of the people attending do not necessarily associate with the idea of a lake vacation. So I think it would be very interesting to hear from you. What is it that is waiting for them? Because we saw so many different things from the horses to the golf. So take it away, please. Let us know.
Oh, Francesco, you're right. It's not only a lake vacation. We got our claim, Lake Como is a world within a world. So you got many different kind of holiday you can spend around here. As you can see, the environment, the nature, the golf, the sports, everything. Why this? Because we are unique. I mean, that's a place. We're not big company hotels, family business as Osteria, but we were talking with Luigi, the chef. So, for example, my company is a family business. So the name of my hotel is Corazziere because the Corazziere were the guards of the king. In Italy there was the king, and my grandfather was the private guard, the special guard of the king. And so he started his hotel, his osteria, his restaurant here in the middle of Green Brianza. Nature, environment, small lakes, because the lakes you saw in the video, it's not Lake Como, it's 3 small lakes just aside. So my suggestion, come to Lake Como, go to Bellagio, Menaggio, Como, but first stop one night here for 3 reasons: environment, good food, and me.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
Perfect.
I'm kidding.
No.
I'm not Clooney. I'm not Clooney.
No. But besides you're not Clooney, but you're probably
I'm
even better.
I'm even better.
I think it's that. I think you touch on one thing that, and then I'll let Luigi talk. But I think one thing that it's very obvious about what we saw in the way you've been talking about your area is the fact that in the countryside it's going to be very, very interesting for visitors to have a direct connection with the locals. In other words, we know Lake Como, it's a huge tourism area that has, luckily for them, sort of enjoyed tourism for a long time. And we all know what happened to very popular destinations. Sometimes sort of the authentic experience are there, but you need a little bit time to find it. When you go in Brianza, the feeling is you actually are connected to the locals more so than ever. And so, especially for, I feel, for travelers that sort of are always asking for the quintessential experience, I feel that Brianza could be a good place to start, or at least to really have that kind of experience. And of course, this is a great segue to Luigi, who's an original sort of from the lake, who can tell us more about, of course, where he comes from and the place where he works at. Luigi, please take it away.
Ciao, nice to see everybody of you, and just very, very proud to represent Lake Como this evening. I'm just have my small family business here down in Bellagio, and I'm just drinking my white wine, a very close local producer. And then what I want to tell you, Bellagio is very fantastic. We get everything. We have the water, we have the beautiful mountain, and the panorama and the tourists, because we don't have enough right now. We need you. Definitely, I miss you. And then I can wait just in the morning to doing all the things I know, and is working into the garden and going back immediately into the kitchen. But my things, always, I'm just wishing to see you soon with the head on for my activity. Watch the video.
Perfect.
Welcome here on the beautiful Lake Como. We are here in Bellagio, from the lake to the mountain, ready for doing our mushroom and truffle hunting. Let's go. Now we get ready.
We have this beautiful deal of the. Let's see.
We get ready. We get everything with us, and we are available and able to return back to the town. And we have to cook all this mushroom and truffle. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Ready? Woo. Here we are.
So I saw at the end we saw, and I think that the element that is very important, we discussed even during the rehearsal the other day, was this sort of almost interactive way to actually connect with you, Luigi specifically, but also with everything around you, like you just said, that is your cuisine is a direct sort of connection with everything that you have put your hands on right outside your door. So I think that would be great to hear from you about what you should expect by coming visit you in the area where you live, and taking advantage of your hospitality. So let us know more about what you do.
Great. Definitely be in the middle of the lake is easy, like when you are in the middle of the world, because we have a lot of connection. We can take a boat and go in just in 10 minutes in the other side of the lake, in both of the sides, going to see Tramezzo, Menaggio, Varenna, and back to Bellagio. Going up to my activity is another 10 minutes because we are very close. With my minivan, I pick up people from downtown because our restaurant is located just outside of the historical center. And in the 2023, we are celebrating 50 years of activity because it was my father and my mother, the creator of the Salice Blu, can mean blue willow, weeping blue willow. And it's the first night for my family in this restaurant, not in Bellagio, but they just engaged there. And then we keep the name give it to our beautiful restaurant. I am very proud to be here again in the kitchen. And then I have my staff and my family support me very well. In Bellagio, not only beautiful things to see, but good food. We have amazing vegetable because I grow my vegetable. We have very lovely fishermen, butchery very close as well from Brianza. We have the ship, and it's very, very gentle and very, very good. We are cooking lamb sometimes. We have beef. We are using a lot of cheese because in Bellagio we have a cheese factory. I am very, very, very proud of my cheese factory because I represent the cheese factory. Because my grandfather was in agriculture. He was one of the 5 men started with the Latteria, with the cheese factory. I'm already in the business and with the cheese factory. I'm very proud to be here in Bellagio, not only for be in the kitchen, because you can see me in town, into the forest, into the middle of the lake with the hands in the cheese, or sometimes into the garden. Luigi is really not really a 100% chef. I am a little bit sommelier as well. If you didn't see me in all the places I told you before, probably I'm ground floor in my wine cellar drinking white wine.
There you go. Wow. That's a full. And the other thing, like Luigi, just so that just a quick note on the side. I mean, those experiences where you're actually escorting people up the hill to look for the mushrooms up there. Is this something that it's you do on a daily thing? Is something that people are able to experience with you, or it was just something that you filmed?
Is everything always available? I need just few hours, or if it's possible to have 1 day or 6 months, 1 year. It's up to you. Definitely, if you let me know as soon as possible, I can put in my book, because sometimes I have to hike for 20 kilometers a day because I have to do 3 truffle hunting, or I have to come back immediately, go do the cooking class, be ready for dinner. And as well, I have to go out because my wife, she's young, and she told me, why you put me home as the last time? Yeah, and then she's angry, very disappointed with me, because she told me, and I'm not very good, like I'm a chef with wife.
Perfect. So this is great because we were always talking about so the idea behind this whole webinar series is really to get those little information so that the agents can get closer and closer to the everyday life that happens during the lake. And both you, Luigi, and of course Andrea, are a great gateway for that. Now, I want to take this opportunity, because you already talked, of course, at length about food, but one thing that will be interesting for you to explain, you and of course Andrea as well, to our listeners is sort of the food experience that you expect to have during the lake. I mean, there's so many elements. You already touched on it. Of course, you have the lake, and of course there's seafood there, but not forgetting that you are so close to the mountain. So it's definitely gonna, I'm sure, sort of cuisine that also is touched by that, without even touching the fact that then you have all the countryside that's connected to Brianza. So I'm sure it's a very eclectic sort of cuisine. So give us a sense, Luigi, and then Andrea afterwards, about the what culinary expectation traveler to the lake should have.
When you are traveling in Italy, you see Amalfi Coast, you see Venice, you see Florence, you see Bellagio. In Bellagio, we have an authentic lake that didn't serve any kind of sea bass or any kind of clams. We don't have really the seafood we have from our lake. They are the crayfish and we have from the river, but they are very rarely and hard to catch. But we have perch, we have pike, we have lake sardine. They can be the best fish, but if you didn't like the fish have this taste, it's a problem. I want to try to recommend to everybody of you to start to try the perch, because it's the most common preparation, as well because we are very famous here on Lake Como for the preparation. And I know Andrea probably make different than mine, but we have a typical dish, famous and typical of the interior Lake Como area. A fisherman going back after fishing, and it's very late. And the mom, she left a little bit of plain boiled rice into the refrigerator. Then this man is just grab this rice and take it out and melt with some Parmigiano and butter and sage, and lots of sage. And again, after he say, oh my God, I have to cook the fish. And then he say, what I have to do? And then the butter is all in the rice. And he's definitely really more butter and recook the fish with a little bit of flour and a little bit of sage. Then definitely our perch with rice is not a risotto, I want to tell you, because it's the story of the Lake Como gastronomy didn't say about risotto. But if in case you prefer, you want to make risotto, the chef of the other restaurant, they can make. But here in Salice Blu, we are just cooking rice with perch. What do you think, Andrea?
There we go, Andrea.
I think you are great, my friend. I would like to stay in Bellagio with you and drinking a good wine with you, and not talking here, just with the storm behind me. Anyway, I want to try your rice and perch, but we can do a challenge. So all the people that hearing us, they can start getting my risotto with perch and your rice with perch. So
good idea.
We can do a challenge. So they stop here and they come into it. Anyway, so Luigi, you said right. This is a very important area. We said before for a different kind of holiday, but a truly unique holiday, even for food. So we don't have big company hotels with the same food. We got small osteria, restaurant, typical place. For example, Brianza was quite famous with salame, prosciutto cotto. We got polenta. We do a lot of risotto, a lot of meat. So in the classic, typical Italian style. For example, my mother is coming from Reggio Emilia and is cooking ravioli handmade. You know, she's very clever. Anyway, we like food and we like cooking, and we would like to cook for you.
Perfect. So it's like it's a nice, good, hearty food. You know, they accompany very well a lifestyle in the countryside. And I want to add, Andrea, because I feel that we didn't go deep enough, sort of, all the different things that are available through that short video that you show. You can see so much of it, from the golf, from the horseback riding, from the canoeing. So one added question that I have for you specifically, considering the video that we saw, if you can picture the perfect half day in the Brianza, that gives a glimpse a little bit of what probably you should be seeing, and give us one or two activities that will be fun to do. I think that would be very nice to hear our listener to know about it.
You see, Brianza is it was the touristic place of the people from Milan. You know, all the rich people from Milan was coming to Brianza because was really, you know, the water was pure, was very safe, the nature, the environment, no pollution. And after this, you know, the industry, the business, for example, Brianza is the design district for the furniture. All the most important furniture industry are here. And so we got business people from all around the world, but our hills, the river, the lakes made this place unique. And it looks like a small Tuscany, for example. So my suggestion, come here, relax. We got the pool. There's a lot of trail. I got, for example, I restore a water mill, original river water mill from 1722, and I produce energy by this place. So this is originally was used by the monks for making flour and oil, and now the wheels keep turning, and I'm making energy. So free energy for my hotel. Think about it.
Fantastic. So basically, the other thing I wanted to ask you, because last time, and I think also you can ask us, Luigi, so the architecture, because we are very familiar with, you know, the beautiful sprawling villas overlooking the lake, which are of course incredible, but you know, the countryside, it's always, you know, like something that, you know, people sometimes associate with the idea of sort of like medieval part, like I don't know, in Tuscany, or so what do you expect? I remember you touching something about the residential sort of architecture, which is remarkable in your area, if I'm not mistaken. You were mentioning great architect. What should I, if so I drive around, what do I see? Do I see villages? Do I see little hills? What do I see when I drive around in Brianza?
In Brianza, we got something like 220 very important villa. Most of those are private, but you can see, because there is a tour operator called Villago, they're organizing, you know, a tour amongst this villa. And some of those were made by Cagnola, Piermarini, Merlo, Leopoldo Pollack. So the history, not the fake building, the history of the 70s, 80s, unbelievable. So, and you can drink a tea with the owner. You can enjoy unique place. So it's not tourist place for the masses. It's typical, originally place for going and enjoy the history.
Perfect. So I want to go back to Luigi for a second now. You said you are in Bellagio. Am I correct, Luigi?
Yes, I am.
Perfect. So, but you know, I'm very confident most of the listener know what Bellagio is, of course, Bellagio is. But if you have to spend a few more words about, you know, specifically if they want to come and you know, find you or find places similar like to yours, because it seems that it's a great place to have a taste of the local cuisine and sort of have this quintessential. Are you in a village down, or where exactly are you? And you know, the view that you can enjoy from your from your restaurant. What Try to locate it for us.
My restaurant is 5 minutes away from the boat pier, and then is probably the best way is getting to Bellagio if it's possible, weather permitted, with the boat. The boat is really nice because it's important to see Bellagio by boat. You can see the hills, but not only. Bellagio, for some customer, think to be an island because we have water going through the Bellagio because we are in the middle of the Y. And our lake is look like a reverse Y. Bellagio is at the top, is at the center. We have water on the left side and the right side. We are on the branch of Como and a branch of Lecco and a branch of Colico, which is in the north of the lake. And it definitely, you arrive, you see the top of the Bellagio, and it's called La Punta Spartivento, and is a wind, it's called, is the sort of story about this place, about the epidemic many years ago. They live, it's a place, and it's called the Stone of the Bread. Can people living the bread and people coming with the boat, and then getting to Bellagio by boat is the best way. You can park your boat and you can walk into the town. There are shops, there are hills, there are as well lots of steps and many hotels. But it's not only the place. Can you see? This is called Il Borgo. Just walking outside or taking the little train we offer, or as well take a shuttle bus from the different activity you can have, or take a driver, like a private driver. You can go up into the little hills and just arrive up to the mountains. You arrive around 2,000 feet. You can start to see the beautiful view. You see the beautiful peninsula of Bellagio from the top, and sometimes from the very top, like when I'm doing with the truffle hunting. The most important thing is, if in case we didn't find any truffle and mushroom, we see probably the view that you didn't see by the boat. But it's nice because you have green area. A lot of people, like Andrea say, a lot of private villa, and then a lot of very open space. More you go outside, much more you start to see a little bit of reduction of the velocity as well. My restaurant, it's open 6 days a week because we are slow down a little bit. Downtown, when the season starts, it's a crowd every day for sure, but it's good because it's fun, it's business, and it's very nice. But it's important as well sometimes to take a day off. Definitely my family own this restaurant and take a day off always. Sometimes I just didn't because I have so many reservations.
Because you have to live, yeah, of course. No, it's
Mama, she's so disappointed.
Exactly. You have to have different speeds. And the thing is, you touched on a great point, Monica. Probably, you know, it's the next segue, because I want to just interrupt the conversation for a second, because we want to make sure that nobody fell asleep. So we're going to launch a poll in a second. And Salvatore, if you can pull up the picture. So the invitation you received, there's a picture of a beautiful boat, you know, like Luigi Motoscafo, to be completely precise. And of course, Luigi was saying how essential, or how important it is, of course, to leave the lake from the water side and arriving, for example, in Bellagio in a lake, in this Motoscafo. No, now, not to be completely, not because this we changed from a tourism webinar to a technical nautical webinar, but we are going to ask you a specific question, and look carefully about this Motoscafo, and then I'm going to launch you a question right now, a polling. Give me a second, I'll get to it. And that has a specific question about this this particular Motoscafo. Here we go. Now, and then there's a reason for it. So if you can name the speedboat that you see picture here, is it a Cranky, is it an Azimuth, or is it a Motoscafi Riva? I'll give you a few seconds, and then with Monica, we will explain to you why all of a sudden we are asking, of all things, about the name of a specific boat, or a Motoscafo, should I say. Let me see. Okay, I have 30% already, people. Most of you got it right, but some of you are actually got it wrong, which is going to be interesting. I'll give you more second. I will close. I just want to tell the attendees a little bit earlier, just because for the sake of not dragging the presentation. So don't be upset if you don't get the chance to vote. I will be closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. I close the vote right now. I'm going to share with you the results. Now, as you can see, 83% of you, apparently, you know your motoscafi, because motoscafi Riva, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Monica, is the correct answer. And then, of course, Azimut and Cranky, which are especially Cranky, I think it's an Italian brand, Azimut, I'm not sure. But anyway, so the correct answer, motoscafi Riva. Now, if you can, Monica, explain to us why these odd questions and why motoscafo Riva is essential for the tail of the Lake Como.
So Motoscafo Riva is not just a motorboat; is a dream for both lovers and for everybody that has the passion of the motorboat, because the Riva is a symbol of the production of the wooden boat. So really the production of this kind of wooden boat is over. So if you have a Riva, you have to maintain it in a perfect condition, and because the value is incredible and can be maintained only if it's in good condition. And to do that, you have to send your motorboat to Lake Como. Here we have few companies that can really take care of it. And keep the value, which is the beauty of this incredible boat. Specifically, this kind of boat is called Tritone, is a Riva Tritone boat, and is the one used, for instance, in the movie of James Bond, Casino Royale, which was shot on Lake Como, and also for the beautiful video of a song so romantic, which was produced by John Legend, for instance. He used that boat in the video, and he also got married in Lake Como with this video. And then we have, many other personalities that you can imagine. They always use a special boat, which is a Riva. And in Lake Como, this specific boat belongs to a fantastic company that we have in Lake Como, is a Matteri company. This is the name, and this is the Riva Tritone that belongs to them. Perfect. And they gave us the possibility to use the picture. This is why, another way to see the lake from the top of the boat.
So to make one thing clear, because maybe I lost it myself, these motorboats are not produced anymore, which is one thing I think it makes it very special. And the other thing, they were originally produced on the lake. So the
Riva company is not in Lake Como, so they are still working, of course, but they don't produce wooden boat anymore. So they don't produce this kind of boat anymore. They do fantastic other kind. And so in Lake Como, we have the possibility to repair and keep them in the right condition. And of course, we have company that have this kind of boat. Lucky people.
So basically, really, if you want to do the Lake Como right, you have to do it with the Riva motorboat.
Oh, that's the perfect tour with the Riva boat.
That's how you do it. Got it.
Yeah, with the sunset and a drink in your hand. That's the perfect Dolce Vita style in Lake Como.
Exactly.
With taste bond.
Exactly. Now, let's get to the few questions. Of course, we have so many of you, the attendees. I want to again thank you for responding so enthusiastically to this, and this is very valuable. So I'm going to go through some of these questions. I'm probably not be able to read all of them, but I'm going to try to go through some of it. So let's see. Let's see the first question. Let's see here. All right. Okay, I see one. Interesting. We have a question about for you, Andrea. That's actually regarding your establishment, Corazziere. And then they say, to come to you, is that necessary to have a car? And is this resort in walking distance to either a town or a village, or it's absolutely necessary to have a car to experience it, to be there?
We got a good connection to Milan, so you can. From Malpensa, you can get the train going to Cadorna, and 50 minutes from Piazzale Cadorna to Merone. So by train, it's very easily. And we got a few villages year round. You can get the bike or this trail around the wood, or we got the shuttle bus or the taxi in the hotel, the private car. So we can take you around just visiting, or we got some link information to tour operator agency, or for example, I organized last year, and it was funny. a tour around this area. So, you know, there was a cemetery long time ago, I mean, at the beginning of the century here in Merone. And I organized a tour around it, and the people love it because I say in Merone, we build up Milano. It means that thanks to our stone, we build up Milano. So there's a nice trail all around this area.
Yeah, in fact, I have a segue to it, and somebody has a question about, you know, what kind of sort of, she say, historically, if you can say sort of when is the time when most of those villas were built? We're talking about which century, more or less, they have been built, the most sort of significant one.
It's 17 and
17th
18.
century. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Let me go ahead. Let me see.
And Francesco, I want to tell you that we are in an island. So I would like to show you. It's raining.
There we go. Okay, let's rub it in everybody's face. Let me see where you are. Oh wow. So So what is the water that we see? What is that? Is that a river, a lake? What is that?
That's called Lambro River. You have to know that engineer called Innocenti, he invented his bike, his motorbike, watching this river. And the motorbike was called Lambretta. I think everybody knows Lambretta.
Yes,
and was invented here.
Oh, wow.
Close to the riverside of Lambro. Yeah.
Perfetto.
And there's basically so many story about Lambro River. So this is turning around my place, making an island. So my hotel and the restaurant are
in the middle of the river.
Yeah,
wow.
And so we overflowed 3-4 times in 10 years. 3-4 times we are overfloated, but we are still alive so far.
Perfect. Yes, stay there.
So far.
Actually, more than questions, I have a lot of enthusiastic people that want to come and visit you. So get busy. They go outside. Luigi, but Andrea, but Luigi specifically, just go out there and get a lot of ingredients because it looks like a lot of people want to come and visit you. So you're gonna have your hands full. I think that you know we have. Let me see. Echo, that's a good question. They ask for the both of you. Are you open year round or you're seasonal? Are you open year round?
Yeah, all the year round.
Yes. You don't seem like happy.
Too, yeah.
Perfect. Yes.
We just close a little bit in January. Yeah.
Sure. But
we're working hard. We're working hard. We don't sleep. We don't sleep. So in summertime, a friend of mine opened on Lago di Pusiano, a beautiful place with the discotheque. So if you like clubbing, drinking, have fun, please come.
Perfect. So with this, you know, there are several more, but you know, I think we're running out of time. I don't want to take too much of your time, which I think is very valuable. Of course, the attendees as well. I want to, with this, sort of conclude our webinar. I want to thank you, of course, Monica, that puts the whole thing together and is promoting, and we'll see her again the next two presentations, and of course our two special guests, Luigi and Andrea. Thank you very much, guys. This was really great. And before all of you go, the attendees specifically, I want to thank you for your participation. You will be receiving a survey right after the webinar. We will ask you a few questions. It's very important to get your feedback on the presentation today and the one we've done before, so we can actually adjust and give you the right information. And before I say goodbye, of course, I want to thank our office in Toronto, and specifically Salvatore and Sabrina, our office in Los Angeles with Emanuela and Fabrizio, and of course our office in New York with Caterina, Cosmo, and Mattia. Thank you very much. I'll see you the next one. Bye.
Oh, bye.
Ciao, arrivederci. Ciao.
Ciao.
Bye.
Luigi, keep a glass of wine for me. Don't drink it all.
Oh, exactly. No, I can't.
No, you keep a drink. Keep a glass for me.
Oh my God, so late. Next time.
I've been drinking water. I've been drinking water from the store.
It's raining right now here as well. Yeah, next time I'll show you my window.
Va bene, ciao ragazzi, ciao.
Ciao.
Thank you.